I woke up to the sound of my own heartbeat screaming in my ears. That was the first red flag. The second was the arm thrown heavily across my waist, warm, familiar, and very much not mine. The third was the smell. Noah's smell. Clean soap, faint cologne, and the unmistakable scent of why is my life actively trying to kill me right now. I stared at the ceiling, eyes wide open, brain buffering like a bad Wi-Fi connection. Okay, calm down, Paul. Breathe. You're probably dreaming. I slowly turned my head. No, not a dream. That was Noah Blake, my best friend. My very straight best friend. The man who once gagged dramatically when someone suggested Ryan Gosling was objectively hot. And he was shirtless. In my bed. Snoring softly like he hadn't just detonated my entire existence. Oh my God, I whispered. No response. Of course not. He slept like the dead. Or like a man completely unaware that he'd possibly ruined a friendship of 8 years. My brain began replaying last night in blurry, humiliating fragments. Lucas' birthday party. Too much music. Too many people. Someone chanting shots, shots, shots like they were being paid per syllable. Noah insisting he was fine after his 5th drink. Me foolishly believing him because I was in love and apparently stupid. I squeezed my eyes shut. There was laughing. There was dancing. There was Noah pulling me into a hug and slurring, "You're my favorite person, you know that?" That part was normal. Painful but normal. The part where it stopped being normal was after. Very much after. I swallowed hard and carefully tried to slide out from under his arm. Noah made a small sound, something between a grunt and a hum, and tightened his hold. My soul temporarily left my body. "Okay," I muttered. "That's fine. That's totally fine. I'll just wait." I lay there, perfectly still, replaying the worst hits of my life choices. Had I crossed a line? Had he crossed a line? Had the universe crossed several lines and laughed while doing it? I'd been in love with Noah since sophomore year of college, when he lent me his hoodie during a movie night and smiled at me like I was something worth protecting. I'd buried that feeling deep, slapped a "do not touch" sign on it, and told myself that being his best friend was enough. Best friends did not wake up like this. Best friends especially did not. Noah shifted. His eyes fluttered open. We made eye contact. The scream stayed trapped in my chest. For a full 5 seconds we stared at each other in silence. His gaze drifted down, then back up. His brow furrowed. "Paul?" he said slowly. "Yes," I squeaked. Absolutely nailed the calm response. "Why?" he asked, voice rough with sleep. "Are you in my bed?" I laughed. A short, hysterical sound. "Oh, thank God. You think it's your bed." He blinked. Then he looked around. Then he looked down. Then he looked back at me. "Oh," he said. We both sat up at the same time, scrambling so fast our foreheads almost collided. The blanket slipped, revealing far too much skin on both sides, and Noah immediately grabbed it like it was a shield. "What happened?" he asked. "I was hoping you'd know," I said. "You're the straight one. This feels like your genre." "That is not helpful. I'm under pressure." He ran a hand through his hair, breathing out sharply. Okay. Last thing I remember is Lucas handing me a drink and you telling me to slow down. And you said, "I'm a grown man, Paul." Yeah. He groaned. Then, I remember dancing. And laughing. And you looked really good. My heart attempted to beat its way out of my ribcage. "I did." He froze. No. You always look fine. Normal. Best friend fine. Wow. Comforting. "I'm not helping," he muttered. Silence settled again, thicker this time. "I don't regret it," Noah said suddenly. I stared at him. "You don't even know what it is." "I know I woke up next to you," he said. "And that didn't feel wrong. That was worse. Somehow that was worse." I swallowed. "Noah, you're straight." He opened his mouth. Closed it. Opened it again. "Yeah," he said finally. "I am." There it was. The line. Bold and permanent. "Okay," I said, forcing a smile. "Then this was just a weird accident. We don't have to talk about it." His jaw tightened. "I didn't say that." "You didn't have to," I said lightly, already pulling on emotional armor. "We're best friends. Best friends mess up sometimes." He watched me for a long moment, eyes unreadable. "Paul," he said quietly, "best friends don't cross that line." My chest hurt in a way that felt dangerously familiar. I nodded. "Exactly." Neither of us moved. Outside, a car horn blared. Somewhere down the hall, Lucas laughed. And in my bed, my straight best friend sat far too close, staring at me like the line we'd crossed was still burning between us. I had a terrible feeling this was only the beginning. If there was an Olympic sport for pretending nothing happened, Noah Blake would have won gold by noon. By breakfast he was too normal. Suspiciously normal. "I'm thinking eggs," he announced from the kitchen, cheerful and shirtless like the universe was personally mocking me. "You want eggs?" "I want answers," I said, sitting at the table with the posture of a man bracing for impact. "Eggs it is," he replied, completely ignoring me. Of course he did. I watched him move around my kitchen, like he hadn't woken up half-naked in my bed 12 hours ago and casually redefined the meaning of friendship. He hummed while cooking. Like last night was just another bullet point on his to-do list. "This is disturbing," I muttered. "What is?" he asked, cracking an egg with way too much confidence. Your vibes are illegal." He laughed. "Relax. We're fine." We were not fine. We ate in silence for approximately 4 minutes before I snapped. "So," I said brightly, "do you normally climb into your friends' beds or am I just special?" He choked on his coffee. "Jesus, Paul." "Oh good, we're acknowledging it now." He wiped his mouth, eyes darting like the truth might attack him if he wasn't careful. "Look, it was a mistake. We were drunk. End of story." My heart sank, then immediately got angry about it. "Great," I said. "Fantastic. Love a clear narrative." "I didn't mean." "It's fine," I interrupted. "You're straight. I'm your best friend. Alcohol exists. Let's all move on." He frowned. "Why are you being weird?" I laughed. Again. A little too loud. "Me? Weird? Noah, I'm the picture of emotional stability." He stared at me. "You're smiling like a serial killer." "Fair." After breakfast he grabbed his jacket. "I'm heading out." "Gym." Of course he was. Muscles didn't build themselves and neither did emotional avoidance. "Cool," I said. "Have fun, being straight." He paused at the door. Looked back at me. Opened his mouth. Then left. I collapsed against the chair. Day 1 of pretending nothing happened. Catastrophic. By afternoon I had convinced myself I was overreacting. I was a grown man. I could survive one drunken night and an emotionally unavailable best friend. Then Noah texted. "Noah, you alive?" I stared at the screen. Me sadly. "Noah, good. Lucas is dragging us out tonight." I blinked. "Me? Us as in plural?" "Noah, yeah. Me. Group trauma bonding." Group trauma bonding sounded illegal. That night, the universe decided to test me personally. Lucas' apartment was packed. Music loud. Drinks flowing. Everyone laughing like nothing earth-shattering had occurred. Noah stuck to my side. Too close. Every time someone talked to me, he somehow angled himself between us. When Lucas joked about setting me up with his coworker, Noah cut in with, "Paul's not looking." I wasn't? Then Maya arrived. Maya Reynolds. Pretty. Smart. Flirty in a way that came with eye contact and lip gloss. She slid up to Noah like she had GPS coordinates. "Noah," she said, smiling. "I didn't know you'd be here." "Yeah," he said, suddenly stiff. "Oh, Paul came too." "Oh, I came too," my brain supplied helpfully. "I hated it here." Maya's gaze flicked to me, then back to him. "Lucky me." They talked, laughed, leaned closer. I watched from the couch, nursing a drink I didn't want, telling myself I was fine. I was not fine. At some point, Noah glanced over. Our eyes met. His smile faded. He excused himself from Maya and walked straight toward me. "You okay?" he asked. "Yes," I lied. "Thriving." "You're sulking." "I'm brooding." "It's different." He hesitated. "You want to head out?" My heart did a stupid hopeful flip before my brain slapped it down. "Don't ditch your girlfriend," I said. "She's not my..." He stopped, ran a hand through his hair. "I don't feel like being here." "Then why are you?" I asked. He looked at me like the answer was obvious. "Because you are." That was unfair. Criminal even. We left early. The walk home was quiet until Noah stopped suddenly, turning to face me under a flickering streetlight. "This pretending thing," he said. "It's not working." "No," I agreed softly. "It's not." He exhaled. "I don't like seeing you look like that." "Like what?" "Like you're pulling away." I laughed weakly. "You said it was a mistake." "I said it was confusing," he corrected. "Those aren't the same." I stared at him. "Noah, you're straight." He looked away. "I don't know what I am right now." Silence stretched between us, heavy and electric. Finally, he met my eyes again. "But I know this. I don't want you acting like I don't matter." My chest tightened. I never said you didn't, I whispered. He stepped closer. Not touching. Just close enough. Good, he said. Because I can't stop thinking about you. My heart skipped. Trip. Face planted. Somewhere deep down, a very bad idea began to smile. And this time it wasn't pretending to be an accident. If emotional avoidance were a sport, Noah Blake had now switched from amateur league to professional. For 3 days after the streetlight moment, he became a ghost. No texts. No gym invites. No, you left your hoodie here, excuses. Just silence so loud it echoed. I coped maturely, by spiraling. Maybe he fell into a manhole, I told Lucas over coffee. Lucas snorted. Or maybe he's having an identity crisis. Rude, I said. Accurate but rude. By day 4, I decided I was done being the emotionally available side character in Noah Blake's confusion arc. I texted him. Me, are you alive or just dramatically avoiding me? 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Reappeared. Noah, can we talk? The words should not have made my stomach do that. We met at our usual place, the 24-hour diner where we'd survived finals week, breakups, and one unfortunate incident involving karaoke and tequila. The booth creaked as Noah slid in across from me, looking tired and dangerously handsome. You look like hell, I said kindly. Thanks. You look guarded. I've been practicing. The waitress arrived. Noah ordered black coffee. I ordered pancakes because I needed emotional support in carbohydrate form. So, I said, folding my hands. Talking. Let's do it before my syrup gets cold. He rubbed his neck. I've been thinking. Terrifying start. I didn't mean to hurt you. I softened despite myself. I know. But I did, he continued. And I hate that. I leaned back. Noah, I can't be your experiment. His head snapped up. I never said you were. Then what am I? I asked quietly. Because I can't keep pretending last night didn't mean something when it clearly did. He opened his mouth. Closed it. God, he was bad at this. I don't understand myself right now, he admitted. I've always been straight. Or at least I thought I was. And then there's you. My heart stumbled. There's me, I echoed. You're not a phase, he said quickly. You're not a mistake. But you're still scared, I said. Yes, he said honestly. Terrified. The pancakes arrived, steaming and innocent. I stared at them like they held answers. I need space, I said finally. His eyes widened. Space. I need to protect myself, I explained. You get to be confused. I don't get to be collateral damage. He looked like I'd punched him. I don't want space from you. I know, I said softly. That's the problem. I stood, tossing cash on the table. Figure out what you want. Then come find me. I walked out before he could stop me. The universe, however, was not done messing with me. 2 days later, I ran into Noah at the gym. Literally. We collided near the lockers, my face smacking into his chest like it was magnetized. Oh my God, I groaned. I knew leg day would kill me. Paul, he breathed, hands automatically steadying me. We froze. Then he dropped his hands like he'd been burned. Sorry, he said. Reflex. Yeah, I said. I'm heading out. Wait, he said, grabbing my wrist. Electric. Annoyingly electric. Don't, I warned. I miss you, he said. I laughed bitterly. You miss convenience. No, he said fiercely. I miss my best friend. Then act like it, I snapped. Not like I'm some forbidden thought you only acknowledge when you're alone. Silence fell between us, thick and pulsing. Then he did something completely un-Noah-like. He kissed me. Right there. Gym locker room. Fluorescent lights. Sweat and all. It wasn't dramatic or perfect. It was messy, rushed, and desperate. My brain short-circuited. I pushed him back, breathless. Are you insane? Yes, he said. But I needed to know. Know what? I demanded. He swallowed. That I'm not straight when it comes to you. The words hit me like a freight train. You don't get to say that and then disappear again, I warned. I won't, he said. I swear. We stood there, hearts pounding, the world awkwardly continuing around us. So what now? I asked. He smiled nervously. I don't know. But I choose you over pretending. I exhaled. Good. Because I'm terrible at pretending. He laughed. Then sobered. I'm still figuring myself out. I know, I said. Just don't figure it out without me. He nodded. Deal. For the first time since that morning in my bed, hope crept in. And somewhere between the gym locker room and my wildly inconvenient feelings, I realized something terrifying and wonderful. This wasn't an accident anymore. It was a choice. If love came with a manual, Noah Blake had definitely thrown his away. The morning after the gym locker room incident, a phrase my brain refused to let go of, he showed up at my apartment at 7 a.m. with coffee, pastries, and the haunted look of a man who'd Googled, "Am I gay or just in love with my best friend?" at 3 a.m. "Why are you here?" I asked, squinting at him through my door. He held up the coffee like an offering. "Peace treaty?" I stepped aside. "Enter at your own risk." He walked in, looked around like my couch might attack him, then blurted, "I told Lucas." I froze. "You told Lucas what?" "That I might not be straight," he said quickly. "And that I kissed you. And that if he ever says, 'I knew it,' out loud, I'll disown him." I stared. "Say something," Noah pleaded. I blinked. "I'm processing." "Is this bad?" "I don't know yet," I said honestly. "How did he react?" "He laughed," Noah said. Then said, "Congrats, idiot, you're in love." My heart did a stupid little dance. Noah paced. "I don't have the words for this yet. I don't know what label fits. But I know I don't want to keep running." "That's new," I said. "I'm evolving." We sat. Awkward. Hopeful. Terrifying. "So," I said, "what are we doing?" He took a deep breath. "I want to try. Really try. Not half in, not pretending. Us." My chest tightened. No disappearing. No, I'm confused excuses. "Agreed," he said. "And you can call me out when I mess up." "Oh, I will," I promised. Our first official date was chaotic. Noah insisted on cooking dinner. He burned the garlic, forgot the salt, and set off my smoke alarm. "I am never escaping this apartment alive," I said, waving a towel. "You love me," he replied confidently. I paused. Bold assumption for date one. He froze. "Too soon." I laughed. "Relax. I'm kidding." "Mostly." We ate slightly charred pasta on the floor, laughing like idiots. When his hand brushed mine, he didn't pull away. When he leaned in, he asked, "Can I?" he said softly. "Yes," I breathed. The kiss was slow. Careful. Nothing like the desperate one at the gym. This one felt chosen. Of course, the universe demanded chaos. 2 weeks later, Maya invited us both to a group hangout. "Nope," I said immediately. Noah winced. "We can leave early." Famous last words. Maya cornered him near the drinks. I pretended not to watch while watching intensely. "You've been distant," she said. "Did I do something?" Noah hesitated. Then said, "I'm seeing someone." My heart tried to escape my chest. "Oh," Maya said. "Who?" He glanced at me. Every nerve in my body lit up. "Paul," he said. The room went quiet. Lucas spat his drink. Maya blinked. "You're serious?" "Yes," Noah said steady. "I am." She studied us for a long moment, then sighed. "Well, that explains everything." She smiled at me. "Take care of him. He's an idiot." "I know," I said. "But he's my idiot." Noah beamed like he'd just won something. Later, walking home, he squeezed my hand. "That was terrifying." "You did good," I said. "I'm still scared," he admitted. "That's okay," I said. "So am I." Our relationship wasn't perfect. Noah struggled with assumptions. I struggled with insecurity. We argued about labels, about pace, about whether holding hands in public was a declaration or just fingers touching. One night, after a particularly bad argument, I said, "Maybe this is too hard." He went quiet. Then said, "I'd rather fight with you than go back to pretending without you." I melted. Against my will. Months passed. We learned each other in new ways. He learned when to push and when to wait. I learned that his love was clumsy but sincere. One night, lying in bed, he whispered, "Do you regret it?" I turned to him. "Sleeping with you?" "Yes." I smiled. "No. Do you?" He shook his head. "It wasn't an accident." I laughed softly. "No, it wasn't." He kissed my forehead. "I don't need a label yet. But I know this. Choosing you is the easiest decision I've ever made." Tears pricked my eyes. "You're doing great for a guy without a manual." He grinned. "Good thing I've got you." As I drifted to sleep, wrapped in my one straight best friend's arms, I realized something important. Love doesn't always arrive neatly labeled or socially convenient. Sometimes it shows up drunk, confused, and sleeping in your bed. And sometimes, against all odds, you choose it anyway.